Hello, students. Welcome to another session. Today, I'm here with you with this chapter number 2, which is marketing and sales. Okay. Let us quickly discuss some of the topics which are important from the point of view of the board exams and which form a part of the syllabus. पहली बात मार्केट क्या है ओके मार्केट अगर हम अंडरस्टैंड करें और डिस्कस करें तो मार्केट इन कॉमन टर्मिनोलॉजी हम कहेंगे कि बायर्स एंड सेलर्स जहां इकट्ठे हो रहे हैं कोई सामान खरीदने या बेचने के लिए ओके उसको हम कहेंगे मार्केट ट्रेडिशनली दिस वाज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ मार्केटिंग in the modern terms okay Philip Kotler for example has said that market is a place of all set of all actual and potential buyers of a product okay तो चाहे वो एक्चुअल बायर्स हो चाहे पोटेंशियल बायर्स हो मीनिंग दोज बायर्स हु कैन कन्वर्ट इनटू योर एक्चुअल बायर्स इन द फ्यूचर okay so market is about all that market is all about the actual people who are actually existing right now in the market as well as those who will be a part of the market in the future then Jevons comes with the definition jahan Jevons कहते हैं कि it's a body of persons okay a group of people who are having an intimate business relation a close business relation है जिसको extensively through various transactions किसी particular commodity में they are doing the buying and selling. Clark and Clark, on the other hand, has defined marketing as a center in which market as a center in which forces leading to exchanges of title to a particular product operate and towards which and from which the actual goods tend to travel. तो यहाँ क्लार्क एंड क्लार्क ने आइडेंटिफाई किया है कि मार्केट वो जगह है जहाँ पे ऐसे फोर्सेस ऑपरेट कर रही हैं जहाँ एक्सचेंज ऑफ गुड्स भी हो रहा है और गुड्स के एक्सचेंज के साथ साथ टाइटल ऑफ ओनरशिप ऑफ द गुड्स ऑल्सो इज exchanged okay so here he is talking about the operations aspect of the sale or the purchase that is happening okay then next coming to a very concise and clear conclusive definition of market then could be it's an aggregate of the measures, activities and attitudes of buyers and sellers which influence the demand or service. So sum total aggregate is the sum total of all the measures or activities that are taken in the market okay and along with it attitudes जो जो जिस तरीके का बिहेवियर है बायर्स एंड सेलर्स का मार्केट में ओके जो डिमांड एंड सप्लाई को इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है ऑल दोज फैक्टर्स आर पार्ट ऑफ द मार्केट नाउ ट्रेडिशनली अगर हम देखें मार्केटिंग ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इट हैज इमर्ज्ड द डेफिनेशन हैज इमर्ज्ड एंड हैज गॉट लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस इन द करंट सिनेरियो marketing by itself okay is a process and when we talk about marketing as a process let us understand and it's important to clearly understand what is the difference between what the concept of marketing was in the past which we conclude as the traditional concept and what is the modern concept okay so marketing is the process by which goods are made available to the consumers by the manufacturers okay तो ये एक वो प्रोसेस है जहां कंज्यूमर्स को प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल किए जा रहे हैं और मैन्युफैक्चरर्स जो ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं उस मार्केट में दे आर मेकिंग दोज प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल okay now essentially in the traditional concept okay the focus was on the product the focus was considered as a product oriented approach transfer of goods and services was happening in this okay producers to consumers goods were being transferred value was considered as value from the product that is being provided okay and it used to start marketing used to start when the goods were produced and it would end when the sale would happen okay जब भी सेल करी जाएगी उसके बाद marketing gets over focus was on physical procurement and distribution of goods आप फिजिकल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड सेलिंग ऑफ द गुड्स पे आप फोकस करते हैं आप इस चीज पर फोकस नहीं करते हैं कि कस्टमर को क्या जरूरत है व्हाट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द कस्टमर Let us look at the modern concept. Okay, now modern concept says that you first sense the market, meaning to say, first do a little bit of market research, try and find out from the market conditions what the buyers actually want. Okay, so sensing the market, then stimulating the buyers. आपने कोई product कंज्यूमर्स की रिक्वायरमेंट्स के हिसाब से आपने प्रोडक्ट बनाया, ओके, आफ्टर अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च के ये सॉल्यूशन देगा कंज्यूमर्स की प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए. So then you are stimulating the customers to go and buy those products. Okay, so you're trying to do a little bit of an activity where you are trying to convince the customers to come and buy the product. Now, in case of the modern concept, marketing does not end after the sale has been done. It goes on much beyond the sale. Okay, that is, an after sale service is also extended. So marketing doesn't end just there, that आपका product बिक गया है और अब now your relation with the customer ends here. That is not the case. In case of the modern concept, ये कहता है modern concept कि marketing वो कॉन्सेप्ट है जहां पे आपने मार्केट में प्रोडक्ट लाने के पहले उस पर रिसर्च करी, आपने फाइंड आउट किया कि कस्टमर्स की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, अकॉर्डिंगली आपने प्रोडक्ट को डिजाइन किया. उसको डिजाइन करने के बाद आपने कस्टमर्स को कन्विंस करने की कोशिश की, स्टिमुलेट किया. आफ्टर डूइंग दैट यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग, when the customers have come to you to buy the products, you're ensuring that the customer remains happy with the product even after the product has been sold. So you want to leave a good impression in the minds of the customers even after the sale has ended. Okay, meaning to say that you want to hold on to the customer even for your future delivery of services and the products. Okay, so servicing is what you are going to do just to maintain good relations with the customer, trying to ensure that if there are any complaints or problems or difficulties faced by the customer related to the use of the product, you are available to the customer to service the product. Okay, so servicing is again another important element of the marketing. Then satisfying the customers is the goal in any modern concept of marketing. आपका main objective is consumer orientation. Your focus is on the consumer. Your focus is on the satisfaction of the needs and wants of the consumer. Then your present and potential customers both are in your focus. You're not only looking at your present customers, but you're also looking at the future customers. You want to convert present potential customers into your authentic customers in the future. So आपका focus marketing में not only present customers पर है जो already आपके customers हैं, but also trying to focus and find out and explore areas where you can find people being converted in the future as your customers. Then coming to more efficient manner in which you will be dealing with the competitors. Okay, so more efficiency will be brought about. Okay, as compared to the competitors, you're going to look at bringing about changes in your product which can give and deliver better services. Okay, you can deliver, like for example in the market, अगर हम किसी भी particular vehicle को बेच रहे हैं, okay, तो competitors की vehicles की क्या deliveries हैं in a particular segment of the market. Say for example, if it is Maruti 800, I'm going to look at and I'm going to be selling, say for example, i10. I'm going to actually compare my product with what Maruti is delivering as Maruti 800 in the price segment that they are delivering, and what I can do as changes and improvements. So marketing is also trying to look at being more efficient or providing more efficiency to the product as compared to the competitors. So it's a market research which is also looking at the competitors' products. Okay, so that is the modern concept. So that means the concept scope of the concept has widened. What it was in the traditional concept, it was only about manufacturing a product as per what you wanted to manufacture and go and sell in the market. Hard selling had to be done in the market to sell the product, and then it would end there. But in modern concept, it starts much before the product is manufactured, marketing, and it ends much after the product has been sold, and you are continuously trying to be in touch with the customer even after the product has been sold to the customer. So that is the change in the approach from the traditional to the modern concept. In terms of the elements that are involved in marketing, okay, the modern concept of marketing is we are looking at the target market always. The focus is always on the target market. You're trying to look at what the market is, kind of the market that is in which I'm going to be delivering my product. तो target market पे आपका पूरा focus होगा. You will be trying and understanding what is the nature of that target market. Okay, you're going to try and look at designing and developing a product according to the requirements of the market. Okay. Second is customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction, I told you in the modern concept of marketing, customer is at the center of every activity of business. You are considering consumer as the god of the market. Okay. You're going to deliver every product according to satisfying the customer's requirements. If you can't satisfy the customer, you will not be able to keep a continuous uh, uh, contact with the customer. You will not be able to pull in the customer into buying your product. You will not be able to motivate the customer to buy the product. If customer doesn't get satisfaction of any kind inside the product, he's not going to be looking at buying the product. Okay. Then third is integrated marketing. Now under integrated marketing, various departments are coordinating with each other. It's not just one department like the production department, which is concerned about selling the product or manufacturing the product. The entire departments, the production department, the sales department, the quality department, the HR department, every department of the organization is going to be focusing and understanding as to how we can do best or perform best in the market. So it's an integrated marketing which we are working on in today's time. And of course, the fourth one is the focus is always on profitability. You want to maximize the profitability in the market, and modern concept is always looking at maximizing the profitability in the market. Okay, so in the long-term perspective, you always want to go for a profitability earning. Okay, in the market. Then coming to the next core part of the syllabus in this chapter, which is objectives of marketing. Okay. Now, if you look at the objectives of marketing, the focus of marketing is on creating demand for a particular product. Okay. And when you look at creating demand for a particular product, okay, uh, you are trying to, it's for a simple example, if you take, we were using mobile devices in the past, okay, which were the keypad mobile devices that we were using. Okay, no one ever had thought, that we would have a mobile device which would be, the touchscreen kind of mobile. But because of the market research that is being done, okay, you find that today you have mobile phones which are coming with most advanced technology. Okay, and the fact that AI like Chat GPT and Gemini, all these coming into the market, you find that requirements which were earlier not there in the market, today the customer wants those things. Okay, so you're in other words creating demand for the products in the market, and creating that demand for the products in the market, your first purpose is to satisfy the needs and preference of the consumers. Okay, your first goal, you want to manufacture that product, and you want to deliver that product in the market which will satisfy the requirements of the customer. So there has to be a possibility to sell only when willingness of customers is there to buy. So creating the demand is very, very important, and all the elements of marketing, which are, the P's of marketing, the promotion mix that is there, including advertising, personal selling, publicity, okay, sales promotion, all these things are going to be used, all these techniques are going to be used to ensure that you create demand for the product in the market and you create interest in the minds of the customers. Second is the customer satisfaction. Okay. Uh, Entire focus of marketing in the modern age is basically consumer orientation. Your focus is on satisfying the requirements of the customer. Your focus is on ensuring that the consumer goes happy with the use of your product. So this customer satisfaction, again, marketing is the aim of marketing is basically to deliver this customer satisfaction, and that is the reason why you find that the marketing department, even after the sale has been done, is constantly in touch, with the customer. Like if you have various products that you are being selling, okay, on the products, if you see, कभी भी आप check करें products पे, तो feedback number is there. Okay, there is a feedback website or email address is there, wherein if you have any kind of complaints, you can, call, or you can call the organization persons, or you can also drop an email trying to tell the company that, these are the problems that are being faced with this particular product. So why all organizations have this feedback number or a feedback, email ID which is shared? That is because they want to keep in touch with the customer for a long duration and try and understand if there are any problems that the customer is facing with your product. Are we able to clear those problems? If we don't clear those problems, the consumer is going to go away from our product and is going to have, he's going to say negative about your product, which is why you find that, with the aim of satisfying the customers, today modern marketing is talking about getting a feedback from the customer. Okay, and that feedback is going to help the organization maintain the standards of the product to a level which will satisfy the consumers. Next is where you're talking about the objective from the point of view of a market share. Objective of marketing is to increase the share of your products market share in terms of the demand which you are catering to. आप कोशिश कर रहे हैं through marketing, you are trying to ensure that reasonable share of the market is grabbed by your organization and your product. Okay, so every organization in a competitive market is trying to build up on as much possible as possible, grabbing the market share of the particular product. And in looking at that, you're grabbing reasonable share in terms of the total demand, whatever is the demand for the product. Okay, a good amount of, the demand you want to particularly control through the sale of your products. So aggressive selling हम करते हैं. Lot of hard efforts are being put to sell in the market. Ad campaigns are done. You're doing a lot of door-to-door selling to ensure that, products are being sold and a large, portion of the market or the large demand of the market is captured by your product. Even for that matter, even the discount offers and sales promotion schemes, which are floated from time to time by the organization, are aiming at doing this, increasing the market share. Okay, ensuring that the organization is able to get the maximum possible share of the market. So quality goods being provided at reasonable prices. You can capture the market today in a competitive environment. आप market को capture तभी कर सकते हैं जब प्रोडक्ट्स आप गुड क्वालिटी की प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, प्राइजेस आर रीजनेबली फेयर एंड रीजनेबली लो, कॉम्पिटिटिव प्राइजेस हैं, एंड आप सेटिस्फाई कर रहे हैं कस्टमर की रिक्वायरमेंट्स. ओके, तभी आप मार्केट का शेयर ग्रैब कर सकते हो. देन नेक्स्ट इज प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी एंड ग्रोथ. लॉन्ग टर्म गोल हमेशा हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का ये होता है कि इन द शॉर्ट रन, सपोज आई स्टार्टेड एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इन द शॉर्ट run I may not have profitability coming in the first year or the second year or the first 3 years. I may not get profitability, but my intention always is that in the long run I should be able to maximize the profitability of the organization and maintain the stability of the profits. If not increasing, at least the profit should remain stable at that particular level as well. And second, that if you want your organization to grow, you'll always focus on ensuring that you get in as many customers as possible to buy your products. So not only profitability, but also you're trying to look at expanding the operations of your organization. आज आप जयपुर में सेल कर रहे हैं, कल आप you'll be selling in other regions of the country. Tomorrow you're going to be selling, after selling it in other regions of the country, you might also buy, try and sell these products in the international markets. So, a business, from a business point of view, a business is always looking at growth prospects, and that growth prospect is maximized by the use of marketing. Survival and growth, it's always based on customer satisfaction. So if the customer is not satisfied, you'll never be able to expand your business, because a negative publicity of the product that you are selling in the market always brings your organization closer to closing down. Okay, so survival and growth is directly related to satisfaction of the customer. The next is, marketing is always looking at improvising the standard of living of the people. Just imagine, like I told you just now, that, and there was a time when we did not have washing machines. Okay, we did not have machines to wash our clothes. We used to have, clothes being washed with, the times when, I was small, we never had a washing machine. We always had to wash the clothes, with our hands. With time, innovations came in, and now you have not only the semi-automatic, we started off with semi-automatic washing machines, and then now, that both husband and wife, or almost all the members of the family, the working members of the family, are all working. So you need to have, a washing machine which can deliver complete automated functioning. So you not now don't have just the semi-automatic washing machines. You have washing machines which are completely fully automatic. You can time them, program them, and keep them, and it washes your clothes and keeps it ready by the time you come back from the office. Which is where what I'm trying to say is that marketing is trying to improvise the way you're living your life, okay, making your life more comfortable, making your life more easy, and that is where the standard of living is being raised. Okay, we never had imagine, even in the current scenario, we never had a mopping machine. Okay, today you don't need a maid to be working at home. You can All your cleaning tasks can be done completely within AI automated machine, which will clean up the entire house without an involvement of a human being into it. So standard of living is improving. Okay, wide variety of products and services are on a daily basis. We are getting them in the market, which is why I told you the modern concept of marketing is working on market research. R&D department, or the research and development department, today happens to be one of the most important department in any organization, and that is because a continuous research is required. If we don't work on that, you can be sure that you will get out of the market very fast. um, as a very brilliant example, which I normally tell my students in the class, is about a mobile device like Nokia, which never it was at our times, when we started using mobile devices, Nokia had happened to be one of the best brands that we were using as a mobile device. But when Android was introduced as a concept in the use of mobile devices, um, Samsung came with Android, and many other, brands came with Android as a version where you had, the touch screen being introduced. But Nokia was still continuing with the keypad, mobile devices. They had a forte in battery life, but they did not work on the advancement of technology, looking at the convenience and comfort of the customers. Today a mobile can give you a photography device incorporated and included inside your mobile, which we never thought would have been a part of the mobile devices ever in the past. So this is all, part of the research and development which is continuously happening inside any organization today. That is purely because we are working from the point of view of marketing our products and satisfying and creating needs of the customers, creating the wants of the customers, and by delivering the best of products which are having the advanced technology in it. तो कहीं ना कहीं वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स मार्केट में इसीलिए आ रहे हैं क्योंकि अ लॉट ऑफ मार्केट रिसर्च इज हैपनिंग सप्लाइंग न्यू एंड बेटर क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट्स एंड क्रिएटिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज ऑब्वियसली जब आपके कस्टमर बेस बढ़ेगा तो ऑब्वियस है कि एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी बढ़ेंगी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्सपैंड करेगी तो और लोगों को जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेंगी so that is how standard of living of the people is going to be improving income levels of the people will improve. Then coming to the next important topic, which is part of your syllabus from this chapter, which is important, is the significance of marketing. Okay, how marketing is, happens to be an important element in the economic world. Generation of revenue is one of the most important aspects which is possible because of marketing. Revenues or profits cannot be generated easily if you don't focus on marketing, if you don't focus on finding new customers for your products in the market. If you sit, today you can't manufacture a product and sit back and say that okay, I've delivered the product, I've delivered the best of the product in the market, and okay, I don't need to do any marketing and my product will sell in the market. It's not so. Today, any product manufactured in the market, it will be made available or it will be known to the customers only when you do a little bit of marketing. And information flow has to be there in the market कि आपका product market में available है, उस product के क्या positive points हैं, वो product आपके क्या benefits दे रहा है, all this information has to be delivered. तो employment generation is going to be possible. एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन इसलिए पॉसिबल होगा क्योंकि आप you're expanding the market, you're expanding the organization structure, you're trying to ensure that today you're not limiting yourself with manufacturing only a few products. If I've started an organization which is manufacturing only cosmetic products like a powder, a talcum powder, tomorrow I'll also add few more new products into the cosmetic range that I am producing. So it's not that I'll be satisfied with manufacturing only one product and selling in the market. That's not enough. We are human beings and we always look at increasing our opportunities in the market. So employment generation will automatically come. अगर employment opportunities increase होंगी तो standard of living of the people will also improve. Large scale production is possible through marketing. How large scale production is possible? Large scale production is possible because you're expanding the consumer base. जब आपके पास ज़्यादा नंबर ऑफ कस्टमर्स आएंगे सामान खरीदने के लिए तो नेचुरल है कि आपको अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी you will have to do a lot of mechanized production, you will have to do large scale production, produce the goods in large quantities, and that will help you derive economies of scale. Economies of scale का मतलब है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जब लार्ज स्केल प्रोडक्शन करती है तो पर यूनिट कॉस्ट डाउन हो जाती है. किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को जब हम ऑन अ लार्ज स्केल वास्ट स्केल पे हम मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं तो हर एलिमेंट जो हम ऐसा एलिमेंट है जिसकी फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट है वो फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट को हम जल्दी रिकवर कर लेते हैं. से फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम if I'm manufacturing, pens inside this one, one premises, एक particular shed में अगर मैं pen manufacture कर रही हूँ, तो उस shed की जो rent है, I'm paying, say, for example, 10,000 rupees for that shed. That 10,000 rupees I will be, paying as rent even if I produce one pen or even if I produce 10,000 pens. एक पेन प्रोड्यूस कर जितना कम मैं प्रोड्यूस करूंगी उतना ही the fixed cost which is related to the paying of the rent will not be recovered. और अगर मैं large number of units manufacture कर रहा हूँ, like I'm saying, if I'm manufacturing 10,000 pens, I will be able to recover the rent that I'm paying more faster and quicker, and that is how large scale production helps. So economies of scale talks about reducing the per unit cost of the product if you're doing large scale production, which is going to be helpful for the organization, क्योंकि organization profit को जल्दी earn करना शुरू करेगी. Then foreign exchange earner. When you derive, when you manufacture good quality products, it's obvious that, you will be producing products which are, which can get markets which are other than your local boundaries. You can go to the international markets if good quality products are being manufactured. So marketing is helping, in other words, is also helping in getting foreign currency earnings for your organization if you're able to export these products in the international markets. Now, goods and services, when high standards are being maintained, okay, economic development of the country also will happen. Obvious that if your profitability increases, you're expanding your business, you're generating more employment opportunities, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को आप jobs create कर रहे हो, large scale production कर रहे हो, तो profitability increase होगी, exports होंगी, हमारे products इंडिया के बाहर भी बेचे जाएंगे, we'll be able to sell our products outside the country also. As a result, you'll find that development of the country at large will be elated, will be improved. Okay, so economic development, enhancement of economic development is possible indirectly because we are expanding the businesses through marketing. We are ensuring that large scale production takes place, and we are ensuring that we have more and more earning happening in the market. So that is where you find that economic development is a result of marketing again, efforts done through marketing. High standards of living can be delivered, and I told you high standards of living can be delivered because you're creating good quality products. You're creating products which are based on a lot of research. So when these high standards are maintained, you find that the customers are going to be highly satisfied. Uh, Utilities can be created by advertising. Okay, through advertising, all activities, it will create place utility for a product, time utility for a product, possession utility for a product. Okay, goods are made available in every market. Marketing is trying to ensure that your product is made available in every possible market where you have demand for the product. So it's creating place utility, it is creating possession utility because the customer wants to buy this product and if your product satisfies his requirements, you're delivering, okay, you're transferring the ownership of the product to the customer and you're delivering best quality products to the customer. You're also delivering time utility, okay, at a time period when goods are made available when the customer is demanding for it. If you don't deliver the products, you delay the delivery of the products, the customer is not going to stay and wait for your product to come. If he doesn't get the product from you, he can go to competitors because there are competitors in the market. बहुत सारे competitors हैं, तो किसी और competitor को जाके approach कर सकता है और उस product की delivery expect कर सकता है. तो इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि marketing basically utility create करता है in the market. So that's it about the the importance of marketing, okay, and how it is going to be helpful for the organization in generating revenues, which is beneficial for the organization as well as the entire economy.